Hey everybody, so I've got another Total War Rome 2 siege battle here. This one is crazy, pretty much. Um, it's gonna be a little bit of a longer one, so make sure you've got some snacks or a drink or something. It comes down to the wire. It is crazy. Already right off the bat, you can see I've got Lusitani allies. I'm Armenia, and I have Roman allies. There is some armored desert cav that's coming to, I guess, attack the Roman ballista. This is a really fast attack. I had to slow it down. Not a good start. I'm just going to go over the units that you can see real quick. So Rome has a bunch of armored legionaries, legionary cohort. In the back here, some auxiliary Syrian archers, more armored legionaries, and I thought maybe a Praetorian, but maybe not. Yeah, I guess not. Lusitani's got some Balearic slingers, a bunch of Lusitani nobles, excuse me, a giant ballista, and some veteran shield warriors. I myself have, I think nine Cartly axemen. On the enemy team, there's Bactria, Kush, and Egypt. And so Bactria has a lot of hoplites and stuff. They do have thorax swordsmen, but they've got like Thurio spears, Bactrian royal guard. Figured some axemen would be a great opportunity. I've also got 4 noble spearmen, just a tough, more hoplite unit. 4 units of eastern archers, and then my general is a chevron Azat knight, along with his bodyguard of 2 other Azat knights. I just really like this unit. I think they look cool. I think they're underappreciated. So I was like, why not bring them to a siege battle where we're up against Kush, you know? At some point, Rome does drop the battle. Not immediately. I think maybe about 20, 30 minutes in. Rome does drop because they think it's a lost cause. So, uh, anyways, so Armored Desert Cav over here. I did not even notice that this was happening. I'm going to play this again because I was too focused on sending my troops in. Eventually, I do catch on, and as you can see, I'm sending my Azat Knights over here. Pretty much, it's just clean up. These guys are already going to get bodied by all these legionary cohort. But if I can help a little bit, then I'd like to. So as you can see, we don't have a right away, we don't have a joint front. Rome is pretty much landing right now. Lusitani is kind of pushing up now, and I'm still a little ways away from the wall, so that's not really helping us out. Over here, the cav was dealt with. My general's just gonna sit there for a little bit. They will send out another cav, but as you can see, we've got other problems. Show tell warriors. Crazy weapon damage. Over here, Kushite slaves. Thurio spears, swordsman. Thurio spears, I think, it's a confusing unit. Because we're only allowed to have 4 ranged units, but Thurio spears, I think, are a javelin away from being considered a peltist. So it's kind of just... I don't want to use the term exploit. It's just kind of cheesy. So Bactria has like, I don't know, 7 or 8 Thurio spears. Luckily, they do just throw a lot of, waste a lot of ammo. As you can see, some thorax swords. I'm gonna take my time over here, because as you can see, I'm gonna be skirmished down by a lot of javelins. I'm gonna lose a lot of men. That's just how it happens. Oh wow, but you can see all these javelins just missing the mark. Ammo wasted. That's what I like. Over here, these thorax swordsmen, not the best position for them. Probably should have waited until I was coming down, or they might have wanted to start coming up to attack me on the walls. Because I can just form up my men and then throw down javelins. Their javelins are ineffective. so I don't have to worry about that. Rome is going in super aggro here. Wow. I don't know where they were getting shot from. Oh, it must be these archers. They are down a lot of units. Oh, just getting picked off. Uh-oh. Yeah. Well, you know. Better better than us, you know. Alright, so as you can see, I'm spreading out along the line. I want to stop these towers from shooting right away. These 30 spears down here, my Cartly Axemen are going to do pretty good against them, since they have rather low melee attack and weapon damage, but they have somewhat high armor. I'll be able to chop through. It's perfect for Cartly Axemen. Bit of a blessing. Over here you can see these guys are about 20 men down now, or will be shortly. Yeah, there we go. Oh wow. So yeah, those guys, unfortunately, since they're relatively in a bad position, it's not going to really help them out, and I'm going to be able to cut through them as well. Over here, I saw this Thurio Spears, and I thought maybe I could go chop through it. They are defended by Kushite archers and Shota warriors. As you can see, there's some reserves back here. Shota warriors, thorax swordsmen. Yeah, I was about to say the Cavs firing him. They are not. Yeah, so it's basically I wanted to come over here and help out, but that's too much for one unit of Cartly Axemen, so I figured I'd just stand on the wall, cause a threat, throw some javelins down. No biggie. Over here, Rome is still getting pounded away by ammo. Luckily, they have very high armor, but this is going to be a tough slog for them regardless. There we go, Lusitani nobles coming in. A very tough unit. Pretty much the faster you can get them... Oh, what a good stab. The faster you can get them into combat, and the more missiles you can avoid. Because look at those stats. Not great armor, but pretty much great everything else. So the faster you can get them into combat, they're just going to demolish slave infantry. Alright, let's check back in. As you can see, I've got tons of Cartly Axemen just overwhelming these thorax swords. Not a good fight for them. They've got a bunch of Thurio spears. I guess I sallied down from here. They're just going to be throwing javelins at each of my units. Here I'm gonna intercept them, get hit by more javelins. These guys are getting ready. That's gonna really hurt when they throw. This Egyptian infantry unit kept running along this wall for a while, getting ready to like throw javelins down, I guess, but they haven't yet. But yeah, so this is a good fight for me. My units are pretty tough. We'll come out on top of this. Especially over here, they can't really pin us down, especially with these thorax swords gone. We will be taking losses the whole time, but you know, it's a siege battle, so you'll be taking losses the whole time anyways. I believe at some point they take some armored Numidian riders and they bring them around and start attacking over here as well. I still have my reserves, so I can wait. Pretty much I wanted to just commit the Cartly Axemen themselves, and then not have to worry about much else. Oh, more javelins. I'm coming over here to come attack these Carrion Axemen, because I don't want them to just continue to throw their javelins at me. Even though they are axes, we are better, so we're going to be able to take them out. Javelin support. Pretty much this area is getting cleaned up, but they still have more Thurio spears and they just keep throwing them in. So over here, shield wall increases our stats just a little bit. Still just trying to hold down these Thurio spears. These Carrion Axemen, even though they're throwing in and hurting my men, they are getting some, like, friendly fire. I'm not sure if you... Yeah. One of those guys just died from a big javelin in his back, so they're helping me out a little bit. They're also aiming up here and missing a lot, so that's helpful. More Egyptian infantry coming in to throw some javelins, probably. Carrying axemen up here, trying to hold down these Cartly axemen. On the walls, we're going to do just fine. I've got more troops coming in, so we're going to be able to cut them down. Oh yeah, over here, they tried to sandwich me. I have counter-sandwiched them. So, 124 kills, that is 147. We're doing fine. Over here, Lusitani has pretty much cleaned this up. Rome has burned down the gate, or is currently burning down the gate. Over here, oh, that was a good misdirect. So they're charging in, they got counter-charged from a different direction. It'll result in more kills for these veteran shield warriors. Rome's not doing so hot over on this path, I guess because all these archers were firing down on them. Royal Thorax Swordsmen are also a tough unit, so that's going to be rather hard. But Armored Legionaries are no joke either, so they're going to be able to give and take a little bit here, even though they are pretty overwhelmed. Gates down, Armored Legionaries come pouring in. Not looking good for the defenders up here. I'm still holding their attention over here, so they haven't been able to do a whole lot. Carrion Axemen routed. These guys are losing the fight. The sandwich did not work out in their favor, and so now these Axemen have two foes. Unfortunately, there are Royal Thorax Swordsmen. Those are not going to do well for me. Over here, continue to hold them. Maybe one of my units might have broke, or I might have retreated one up to the top. I don't remember. I think it might have just broke. Yes, here it is. So, too many javelins on them. Egyptian infantry coming in. These guys have been so hurt, unfortunately. They can't hold out a whole lot longer. But I do have these Cartly axemen up here, watching out for these infantry, and then also throwing javelins down to support. Even though they're wavering, just holding in there a little bit longer could deal some more damage or get a couple kills. They did a pretty good job for being archer fodder, pretty much. Here's a big moment. So these elephants charge in. Because it's a city, they don't have the best charge right away. And they use trample after they already charged in. So it's not the worst thing for my Cartly axemen. And seeing those, I want to start bringing in like my archers over here. Because if he continues to charge them, I'm just going to try to shoot him down. He's already exhausted them. So, unless he uses the rhythm. Does he have that? Second wind. He does have second wind. He hasn't used it yet. Either way, Cartly axemen, these guys getting pretty chewed down by these thorax swords, but honestly, they're doing a pretty good job. Oh, here come the armored elephants again. Fresh this time. I wish that my archers I had been a little bit more proactive with the archers. I didn't expect elephants, to be honest. But I do have this Cartly axeman unit. They've got some javelins. So I'm hoping that they can get at least one little javelin volley off. Do they have javelins? Did they use it? Maybe they don't. Either way, it's going to support the attack against these elephants and just try to get down their HP. They're tough units. These guys definitely have javelins, and I think he knows that. Alright. I pulled the Cartly axemen from over here. These Roman units, oof. Those are the artillery in this was sort of underwhelming. So as you can see, Rome's getting ready. Gonna pretty much wreck these guys. Some of the units over here are retreating, some are doubling down, getting ready to fight. As more infantry pours in. They've got some armored Shoto warriors, the cream of the crop, and some royal thorax swords. Right off the bat, the Lusitani guys are going to do better, especially because it looks like these guys were not ready. They had a move order. Look at that. Already they've got 3 kills. They're gonna... That's tough. Kill as many archers as we can. My units over here are going to be breaking, but really this is just a stalling tactic. As I chop through Thurio spears over here and start to kill the final units over here. I think I've got, yeah, since that one's broken, 4 units of axemen left pretty much. A bunch of mercenary Syrian archers are here. I don't want them to kill my archers, but I also want to kill them. So it's a tough fight. I still don't know whether Bactria and Egypt and Kush will have pikes. For us, none of our attacking factions have pikes, so we're gonna have to conserve ammo for the end. Which I'm not doing at the moment because I'm trying to whittle down some of their archers. They're in a blob right here, which is perfect, so more of my arrows will hit. But they also are just better archers in general. Oh wow. That was a really cool volley. Over here I've got my Azat Knights and my Noble Spearmen just coming in to support. Hopefully this sort of show of force will cause the enemy to retreat back, as some of them are doing, so that I can finally take this tower and get the tower support. One little group of Egyptian infantry. I'm just gonna crush that real quick. Pretty good counter charge. Gonna rock these guys up over 200 kills. I don't know. They'll probably get 1 or 2, but they're just not a very good unit. So archers are firing down on me a little bit, but not too much. Over here, Bactria just abandons their ally, starts running away. I can't say I blame them, they're getting overwhelmed here pretty badly. They are fighting to a man, at least for Kush. 243 kills. Oh my goodness. So, well, it looks like they're coming in to support against the nobles. But over here, all this Balearic Slinger support just firing in. They're toast. There's no way. So Azat Knights are headed up. Same with the rest of my army. Over here, it's pretty much a wrap. These archers are still firing down somewhat. But with these Egyptian infantry getting melted, my guys, they're going to be able to start pushing up towards these Thurio spears. As I do that, wow, good prediction. Just so that, one, the Thurio spears use their ammo on, you know, Cartly axemen rather than Azat Knights. And also because if I'm in melee, there's going to be at least a little bit of friendly fire, and that's going to help me out in the long run. Over here, Royal Thorax Swords, killed by some Cartly axemen. One less problem to worry about. I figure that since most of the Thurio spears that I've seen have been killed... Oh, here we go. Never mind. There's some light cavalry that went after the archers. This light cavalry's in for a time, guys. It got countercharged by the Legatus, and then it has 3 units of Azat Knights coming in to just pummel it right away. Yeah, they don't do so hot. Yeah. We got 2 kills, looks like on the... Is it on the Legatus? It might have been on one of the archer units. Yes, must be that one. And so, I sort of see an opportunity here. There's not a lot of spears, so I decide to bring in the Azat Knights, just start to cause chaos if I can. I'd like to run down, because I saw a bunch of archers down here. So if I can get down here and hit them hard enough, I might be able to break some. Partly Axeman, 267 kills. Very nice. Over here, these Thunder Spears, they're fresh, so they're putting up more of a fight. In the end, I will take these guys out, but it's going to cost me a little bit. Over here, Azat Knights charging in to try and help the against the Royal Thorax Swords. Really just breaking them, getting any charge on them is going to help. Disrupting their formation. Over here, Azat Knights brought them in from the back and charged. So basically, these guys are getting surrounded. Yeah, once again here, another charge. And they're going to be broken. Meaning that I can then pretty much have free reign over here. Start to move my my cav down to at least run into the backs of these Thurio Spears. Right there, Bactrian Royal Guard. So I know that they have some tougher hoplite units, which means that hopefully my Axemen are going to be able to be pitted against them. Alright. Azat Knights moving down. What was that? Looks like a chevron for one of my units. So, Lusitania and Rome still have a good bit of infantry left. All of our generals are alive. One late bloomer Lusitania noble is gonna go land. But it looks like the enemy has sort of given up this area. They've probably... I mean, defenders usually pick... stereotypically pick the best maps for defending. Because people want to play on defense and whatnot, and this is one of the better ones. Because this is the capture point here. This is the winning capture point. This is a chokehold right here, and right here, and that stops you from getting into this entire area. And then, even if you get through this, you can still hold this ground, and like there's a little choke point over here. I think people forget about that, but you can still hold this area pretty well. So, yeah. It's just pretty good. Anyways, this is just army movement. I had brought Azat Knights in here just to crush it. They don't have a lot of kills at the moment, but I feel like they've been helpful in breaking enemies a little bit faster. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit here. Make it all the laggy, janky mode. Up north, I'm not sure if that's north actually. I've got these noble spearmen. They're coming in just to cap the towers. I'm going to be bringing them up here to try and capture this gate. I don't see a whole lot of resistance at the moment, so that's sort of the plan. Over here you can see the Bactrian Royal Guard, which, by the way, very cool looking unit. I really appreciate them. Just the red and blue, and the red, white, and blue. They're just cool. But I like most of the hoplite units anyways. So Rome's here, they've got their units, they're just pushing in, no problem. Lusitania is taking a more cautious approach, which is good. I'm sending my noble spearmen up to top. They've still got some Shoto warriors that are, well, they're exhausted, but they're about half a unit, which is still very dangerous, especially for noble spearmen, because they're not going to go to put up a fight as, say, armored legionaries. I wanted to wait. I advocated to wait. This might be where Rome dropped, or they might drop soon, because my men are all tired or very tired. I wanted to give them a chance to rest so that they're fighting fresh against the strong defenses. But I could use my Azat Knights to scout out where people are or whatnot. Rowan was like, nope, I'm going in. I was like, alright. Lusitania Nobles, we're getting this little morale square. Time to fast forward again. And Ideally, I want to capture this gate and these two towers because then it can shoot down on the enemy. However, I do see this Royal Thorax swords and some of those like hurt Shoto warriors. So I believe, is there an attack order? No, I just run into them. Oh no, I got the attack order. Okay. So I attack there. I would like to start putting them in hoplite wall. We're going to start trying to hold against these guys. While these guys, these other noble spearmen, are going to try to run over here and deal with the rest of this, if at all possible. Since Rome is pushed up, we can see more Royal Thorax swords, more Bactrian guard, Carrion axemen, and then these elephants, and more archers. Always more archers. So I'm gonna send these guys back up a little bit. It looks like they're gonna get attacked. I guess the Scorpion wasn't able to do much up there, so they were sent in as fodder. These noble spearmen are just gonna come up here to engage. I just want to hold and make sure I'm not gonna be flanked. I probably could have done that from over here, but I'm bringing in the Azat Knights to try and do something. These Bactrian guard were out of position, attacking the legionaries, so I thought I could like come in and get a back charge or something. So that's what's happening there, but it's not going to work out for me, as you can tell. Royal Thorax swords are a tough unit. I am going to try to get as many little charges as I can. There we go. That was pretty good. Just, you know, throw them in, let them sit for about 3 to 4 seconds to get the maximum charge bonus. Like kills, I think that it lasts for a little while afterwards. And then pull them out and send them back in. So, just the concussive force is gonna bring about a lot of damage. So my guys, Shoto warriors and Royal Thorax swords are going to kill these guys pretty quickly. Since they are in hoplite wall, that's gonna help them hold a little bit longer. But there's some elephants that are coming, and I want to be ready for this. Shoto warriors got sort of a flank, but my Azat Knights are charging in to support. Since we charged into their flank, that's going to hurt them even more. Charging an Indian elephant into a hoplite wall is usually going to be okay. But when they don't get a good charge, it's not good. This person does see that it's probably not going to be so great. I do want to reach over there. They send it in anyways. I want my noble spearmen in there. I'm going to send everything I got at them. And just hope that I can at least take out one of the elephants. The bonus versus large is still 20. They're good units for that, but I just don't think that we're going to be able to poke this one down fast enough. For some reason, the Shoto warriors are brought up here and then sent back in. I don't understand the necessity of that, but I mean, it's gonna help them. They're gonna come back down and kill me. I pulled out my Azat Knights, send them back to get refreshed a little bit. The Lusitani are coming. They're going to be able to do a much better engagement than my noble spearmen over here. We've got 10 kills before getting destroyed. Over here, it looks like the Royal Thorax swords were killed. Unless they were pulled back. They might have been pulled back and added over here. The elephants still... They're taking a lot of damage, but they are not died yet. I'm sending in the Azat Knights, since they also have a bonus versus large. I'm hoping just to keep them tied down. It's very important, but they are breaking my units. Let's just slow down. A quick check over here. Rome's units are just attacking, sort of as is, just going in. Royal Thark swords shouldn't be too much of a problem, but their melee defense, as you can see, is skyrocketing. Lusitani's over here just being helpful, going in, trying to get some charges over here. So they've lost one elephant. As you can see, it's currently dying. The Shoto warriors are still fighting, still racking up kills. Azat Knight's not doing a very good job of catching up. If the Shoto warriors weren't there, I think it'd be a different story. We would have been able to catch their general a little bit better, and maybe kill more of the cav. I'm still retreating my cav. They're tired, exhausted. I want them to do their best to get refreshed. So this looks janky. It looks like I was doing, either I or the Shoto warriors were doing a pull through, which is cheesy and not banned in most of the like multiplayer games. But it's the elephants they were pushing and pulling through just because they're giant and they have a lot of mass. So that's what happened over here. Unfortunately for them, they mostly ended up on my side, so the Azat Knights can come in and just get a pretty clean back charge on them. So this is breaking, sending in the Noble Spearmen up to finally stop the firing over here. The Nobles have cleaned up here, because of course they would, they're tough. I've got my archers, I've got my Cartly axemen. These guys are all fresh now, and they've got loads of kills. 295, 115, 139, 233. So one of them almost at 300. That's pretty crazy. Gonna need as many as I can because Bactria and Royal Guard are tough, high armor units. Same with Royal Thark swords, so I'm gonna have to try and do what I can. Rome's units, looks like they're skirmishing a bit, which is good. Look at all those archers. If only I could get my knights in there, you know? That'd be great. So I'm lining up. I'm just gonna send my guys in to help this fight. Lusitani over here. I got all my units. I'm collecting this gate. Capturing this gate. Over here, Lusitani can stand to be aggressive here. Shoto warriors, they're gonna melt on the charge, especially against these guys. The thorax swords, if you did like you charge here and then pull back, charge again, you'll be able to get these units pretty quickly. There is a fresh Shoto warriors here, which is a big problem. So I would understand the apprehension there. Looks like Rome is doing all right. They look very cool. Yeah, Bactrian Guard, pretty good, but Roman's also pretty good. God, that's such a tempting target. I just need to get in there somehow. So, Lusitani is doing a couple charges. They'll charge in, pull back. I decided to just commit my forces. I see them bringing in more units. I need to get as much damage as I can before units like Armored Shoto Warriors just come and chop through my entire line. I've got a couple spearmen here. They're just going to try and support as best as they can. These nobles are doing a pretty good job of killing the Shoto Warriors. I'm just going to charge in, hopefully create a deterrent for these Indian armored elephants. In case they charge in, that there is something that is good against large there. Unfortunately, there's also some Cretan archers here. They're going to come post up and just rain hell on me. I've got my own units. I'm going to try to be cheeky and get up there. It doesn't work. They just get obliterated. Alright, let's see. 296, 239, 115, 142. These guys are, I don't think they're out of ammo. Yeah, I was going to say, there's no way they're out of ammo. But they will throw archers at us eventually. For some reason, the Shoto warriors are retreating. I don't know why. Oh, Azat Knight's coming in. So I think my noble spearmen died there. They routed. And so I used the opportunity to charge in the Azat Knights just to get maybe 1 or 2 kills when they were in a bad formation. And here come the pikes. So that's a bummer. We're gonna have to skirmish them down now, and of course they have hella archers to combat our own. So it's gonna be a slog. Over here, well, you know, pikemen. So 3 no pike factions, 3 pike factions, and they've all brought pikes. Oh, this is a good move from the Sochi Hastati, Sochi, whatever it is. But it unfortunately doesn't work. They catch on to it. Shotel warriors just chewing through the Romans. Just the units going in. My own units are getting killed. They can't even fire back fast enough to really help out. Let's see. There we go. That was a good volley. Yeah, so I wanted to get up here, see if I could shoot down towards these units. Just putting them on a platform to get killed. Not my best move, but they do get a couple shots off on these Royal Thorax swords. So it might be worth it in that context, I guess. I realize that I'm not going to be able to be the one to combat the pikes. We've got some other units over here. But for myself, my units are getting too beat up. So we might as well try and take out as many archers as I can, while also wasting as much of their ammo as I can. So, my guys, I'm just like, you know what? You'll be okay. I've still got my Azat Knights up here. I'm going to send them in, try and take this out. You can see the general coming in. They seem to be a little bit... Ooh, that's a big javelin toss. Oh, here comes a charge. No. There we go. So there's not that many Shoto warriors left. They did get raised the banner, so they're going to last a little bit longer. And my guys did get hit by a bunch of javelins, so I've got 31 men left in this unit. Oh, 29 now. 28. There we go. I'm going to try and pull them back, just so they stop taking as much fire. As of now, over here, like my Cartly Axemen, they're still doing a great job. They're putting in a good fight. They're really doing damage to these Bactrian Royal Guard, and some against these Shoto warriors. But pretty much out of my units, I've got 1 broken Eastern Archer with a little bit of ammo left. Same with this one. A couple of Cartly Axemen that are taking a huge beating and in the middle of chain routing. And then I've got 3 Azat Knight units. So I'm almost down to just Azat Knights. I'll have to try and see what I can contribute from that. Rome's archers are gonna come over here, get pretty obliterated. It's not gonna look pretty. More pikes, more pikes, more pikes. And General sallies out, trying to catch up to these Lusitani nobles. I charge in the reduced Azat Knights to try and just pick off some of the general, just to stop them from killing the Lusitani nobles, since that's a really important unit. And they don't have a bonus versus large. I'm bringing in my other unit as well. Looks like we killed 1 more elephant there. This Azat Knight unit is not doing so hot. They're getting pretty banged up. But we are doing pretty good damage against the enemy. Oh, there's another one down. Some Syrian archers ran out. They're pretty much out of ammo. Here comes the general coming in. Nice solid charge there. Don't want to run too far, because then you'll get stabbed by pikes. They start moving up, but it's a little too late. General's already come in and really hit hard against these archers. Due to archer fire and losses from the Shoto warriors, pretty much my Cartly Axemen are goners here. They did a really good job, far better than I thought, against these Bactrian Royal Guard. Over here, my general, I was like, you know what, it's fine. let's just see what we can do. Pretty much have taken out their general with my Azat Knights. They are taking damage. This one's almost broken, and will be probably soon. But that is a lot of units down. So I figure it's fine. One broke. This one's out of control. No biggie. It might run into its own pikes or something, and then I don't have to worry about it. I withdraw my general because they were trying to snipe my general. The out of control guy. Yep. Looks like he's in control now. But I don't want to have to deal with the pikes there. Yeah. Just poor nobles coming in getting poked to death. Over here, Lusitani nobles, again, putting up a hell of a fight. Pretty much single-handedly fighting off the Ashoto warriors after the Axemen died. Out of Rome, they have their Legatus, and they have these two units that are fighting head-on into pikes, which is typical AI behavior. I brought in my cav over here. These are my only 2 units left, I believe. Yes. So I brought them in. I saw an opening. There's a bunch of archers over here and a very hurt Shoto warrior. So as you can see, we're just putting in some good work. Unfortunately, there are Egyptian pikemen coming, but all of these archers over here are good targets. If we can get enough kills, that might be army loss penalties on the enemy morale. So, anything we can do to help. Looks like I've got like 80 men left, pretty much. 80 something. The Lusitani nobles, look at that. 156 kills and rising. The Shoto warriors aren't going to be alive for much longer, and these Cretan archers aren't either. I've decided to, dismount my Azat Knights. Bold move. I wanted to just run in and help against the archers. I'll probably do far better against the archers on foot than on a horse. We're bigger targets on horses. So, just running in. Wow. Look at that. Sometimes I just marvel that, like, games look like this. It's pretty crazy. So, the archers really did not last long. These Shoto warriors with 3 chevrons now are lasting a long time. But with Azat Knights around them and veteran shield warriors, along with Lusitani nobles in their back, they're going to be breaking hopefully soon. Over here, it's sort of just a stalemate. Can't get past their pikes. We've got some Balearic slingers that are slinging at them. But as you can see, this is kind of crucial. They've got their pikes down. That gives them a better block chance. But that is something that I can capitalize on. So throughout the fight, I've noticed that we then have routed those guys up to some more kills there. It's time to take my Azat Knights and to go remount them. I want their mobility as well. That's something you can do with cavalry. It's something that I like to do as well. It used to be that one thing you could do in like land battles instead of siege battles is if you have like a cavalry engagement, as soon as you get engaged, and it's just cavalry versus cavalry, a lot of people used to forget about that and just be like, all right, like whichever one wins, I'll deal with that later. And you could just dismount your unit, and then they would get the bonus versus large, and the enemy would not because you're on foot. And so you would be able to kill a bunch of their units like that. Unfortunately, since you would do it in a fight, I think your horses would scatter, so you wouldn't be able to get them back. but that's still pretty cool. I liked doing that. So fun little tip for you. All right. Oh man, the archer fire. Lusitani guerrillas. I believe these guys have a good amount of javelins. So Kushite pikes back up. My Azat Knights are just gonna sit over here. Both are fresh, so that's good. The rest of these Bactrian guard, they do need to be dealt with because they're annoying and they're just sitting there. But I can see why it's a bit of a problem. So this person kept throwing out these archers that were like out of ammo, and they're retreating just to bait them into the pikes. So I'm gonna play a game with them where I take the bait, but not always. I want them to just to bait it enough where I can get the kills. So he starts charging back out. I charge in. Some of my guys are gonna hit those pikes and they're gonna die. That's just the nature of it. But the more I can take out these little units that he's gonna send out, just the less men they have. Over here, veteran shield warriors get charged by Nubian bowmen. They have more Nubian bowmen and clearly an elephant, so these guys are not going to come out on top. 2 hoplighted Bactrian Royal Guard units. That is a secure area over there, I'll tell you that much. Slingers have broken these Egyptian pikemen. These Bactrian Royal Guards will die soon. Azat Knights coming in, but also more pikes of both factions' pikes are coming in. If I was Lusitani, I think I would have used this opportunity to charge the Carian Axemen. You would still be able to withdraw once the pikes get set down, but you could have gotten maybe a general down and seen what you could have done with that. So they're still playing over here. I moved my Azat Knights. I guess they really want to take out that general. I think I had forgotten that they were Bactrian Royal Guard over here. Since we lost that unit, I wanted to come scout again, see if they might have moved them. It's no different. They're still there. Some of this for myself is just a lot of waiting, positioning, trying to find out where to strike. Holy shit, look at that. Mass grave. Jesus. So these veteran shield warriors are going to go stand there. Maybe they've got some javelins. Looks like the pikes are pushing forward to meet them. I would just keep backing up. Backing up, try to bait them into a trap. They probably won't take it, but you never know. Maybe they'll leave them on like an auto attack order or something. I'm going to fast forward a little bit here. It's a little bit cat and mouse, and also shooting of... Here we go. So Balearic Slingers came in and shot at these pikemen a lot. They're just about broken. I am waiting for them to break. So there they go. These archers are charging in. I countercharge the archers and they get absolutely rammed down. Bringing in one more unit of Kushite pikes. And then the general. Waiting, because I don't want to do pull through, because that's messed up. And here we go. They haven't set down their pikes yet, and I run into them. It's not the best charge, but it's enough because these are relatively weak units. So I charge in, get a couple kills. My general has 122 and a silver chevron. The other one has 109 and 2 bronze chevrons. That almost breaks them, and so now they are in a poor formation. They're not in that like tight pike. Tight pike block. Probably could have continued to charge in there and got a good amount of kills, but these pikes are fairly hurt. You can see them reforming here. I decided to charge in after they reform. Again, or after they reform a bit. So charge in, break them. Yes, it hurts some of my own men because they get the pikes, but I want this. I want the general. So we've been able to breach the second layer of defense. It's been incredibly costly. Now, if you look at the balance of power in the bottom left corner, we have a good amount of units and ammo and stuff. I'm just charging in to catch fleeing units, see if I can get a couple kills while they're running away. But the balance of power does not take into account that they've got two, I think maybe one more unit of pikes, maybe at least 2 units of pikes, which is debilitating for attackers. Oh yes, they've got 3 units of pikes, and we are slowly running out of infantry. So, sending the Azat Knights back in. There's some Bactrian Royal Guard that were over here. Oh, that one poor Azat. Some guys that were caught out here. I charged them in the back to pin them down a little bit, but my men started taking too many casualties from that, so I was like, let's abandon this fight. Just a quick men check. We've got about 15 and 34, so we've got about 50 men. We've got 49 men. But they are elite Azat Knights, so it will be hard to break them. They've been doing pretty well. As you can see, we've got them bottled up. And we've also only have 7 minutes left. That is not a lot of time, especially because it was pretty laggy. So, once again, skirmishing, trying to break the pikes as much as you possibly can. Most of the skirmishers are slowly running out of ammo, though. Over here, Kushite archers carrying axemen. They're rushing out. Time to teach them a lesson. So, Balearic slingers, they don't get in the way, and we were able to charge the carrying axemen. That was rough for me up here, because we do get picked off a little bit. But their general unit took a pretty big beating there. And I don't know why they did that, since all the aggressive actions need to be on us, since we are the attackers. They can just sit there behind that pike wall, and that's what they're doing. So I'm gonna fast forward. You'll see that we are skirmishing them down a little bit. Oh my lord! Again, no pikes out. Higher block chance. So, pikes aren't out yet. I get a charge. It's go time. We've got 5 minutes left. I figure this is the best chance. I really wish that as soon as I had charged, my ally had charged there. But that's a whole pike unit gone, and only at the cost of the rest of my Azat Knights. I sent it in to try and prolong it a little bit. These guys have now taken a lot of damage. I have 1 Azat Knight left here. You got it, dude. You got it. I believe in you. Nothing bad could happen to a king among men. Looks like he's looking for an engagement. Oh, never mind, he's dead. So, anyways, these Lusitani nobles over here, charging in, trying to deal with these Bactrian guard. I feel pretty good. I traded to get a pike unit out, and that's exactly what happened. I have 1 unit left of these Azat Knights. Lusitani still ready. Pikes over here, pikes over here. But these pikes aren't very strong. Again, they're weaker pike units, and there's only about half of them. But also, we've only got 4 minutes left. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit. I'm over here looking for any sort of opening. Hopefully they drop their pikes so I can charge in or something. I don't know. Don't know what's going on. More units just pouring into this fight, hoping to overwhelm them. And 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. So they're trying to find like a little path over here, away from the pikes. I'm bringing my Azat Knights over to help support. They find a little gap. They are taking a lot of losses over here. But Azat Knights coming in, we are going to charge up straight at these carrion axemen. Only about 1 or 2 of my units actually make contact in the beginning. But over here, if we're able to envelop it, we might be able to take out this section of enemies. And we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Wow. So Faction Royal Guard holding out longer than we wanted. Kushite Pikes not dying yet. Veteran Shield Warriors putting up a good fight and attacking them in the back. My own Azat Knight General taking some casualties, but also fighting against the Egyptian General. I really need these guys to break. But they move, so that gives me time for me to move my general up here. These Bactrian Royal Guard are running away. Same with the archers. So I charge in, hit them both. That stops them. We have 1 minute and 44 seconds left. My teammate was screaming at me like, "Stop the pikemen," but that at the time that would be sort of doing like pull through, and I don't do that. And so I'm over here. The archers were out. I realize that one, my ally here can capture these Bactrian Royal Guard. They can just eliminate them with all this infantry. Azat Knights, 25 men, 213 kills. It's a bad engagement, but I wanted to hold them down as long as I could. So here, my ally was like, "Oh man, we're done for." But I think my opponents had forgotten about this entrance over here. So I start running over towards it immediately. Bactrian Royal Guard are getting caught up. We have less than a minute left. I'm going to fast forward. 40 seconds and a dream. All they have to do is hold out enough so that we cannot capture this point. But we get a Lusitani guerrilla behind. And then my own men are coming in to charge between the gap. Oh, look at those pikemen. Oh my god, he went flying. Coming in, getting lots of kills. The Bactrian Royal Guard, I don't know why they moved. It might have been a hoplite formation thing. I don't know where they're running to. But with 5 seconds left, the pikes rout. And then everyone else routs. And that was such a crazy 3 seconds left in the battle. Like, holy crap. As you can see from the kills, really, Rome was the only one that didn't do so hot. Now, one, they took a lot of archer fire coming in, so their units were somewhat depleted already. And then two, they left halfway into the battle, and that caused their units to just not do well overall because the AI took control. But yeah, Lusitani did amazing. Artillery on both of my teammates was a little underwhelming. But like, look at these kills. The Nobles, such an amazing unit. These Shield Warriors did amazing. I mean, the Azat Knights actually came in clutch. I was super happy with that. I felt like I really helped out my team. The Cartley Axemen, they, except for these two who just got javelin to death, they did a good job. They cut through a lot of Thurio spears. As you can see, a lot of Thurio spears. And also Bactrian Guard. Really, the Noble Spearmen were I probably could have just brought more Cartley Axemen, but that's not fun. I want to switch it up a little bit. Some of them, they got the kills against elephants and all that. That was important because those guys were tough. Egypt, I'm not sure why they brought the Egyptian infantry. Maybe they just had leftover funds. The archers, always deadly, and the thorax swords. Some of them could have done better, but I think they might have been up against the Lusitani in Rome in the beginning. Kush is such a. Kush is, like, I think probably the best faction in the game, simply because of Shoto warriors and armored Shoto warriors. They've got good archers, they've got pikes, they've got cav, they got it all. These guys were a huge pain in the ass. Same with the armored Shoto warriors. Their archers caused plenty of problems. Overall, it was an amazing match, down to the literal last 3 seconds. So I hope you enjoy and maybe learned a thing or two.